number one, grab that same piece of paper. You wrote out on that piece of paper what you're earning now and what you're wanting to earn, right? That what you're wanting to earn is going to break off into two categories. I'll get to that in a second. So when you're working in a business, there's three ways you're going to get paid. I actually argue there's four, but I'll get to the fourth one in a second. There's three ways you're going to get paid. Number one is that salary number you wrote down on that piece of paper, and you're running the business, or you're wanting to run the business. That's your compensation for the work that you do as the owner of the company. Now, if your position in the company is worth $40,000 a year and you want to pay yourself $100,000 a year, that's not a very fair evaluation of the position of your company. You got to pay yourself the 40 because otherwise you can't replace somebody with you if it's not fair or if it's under. You get the idea. But the first way you're going to get paid is fair market value for the work that you do. If you're working for yourself and you run a plumbing company and you're not making enough money to pay yourself what you would have to pay a plumber, please just shut down the business and go work for another plumber. He's looking for good employees anyway, and you'll make more money with way less stress. The second way you get paid is as a portion of the percent of what you make for profit. It's your investment return. Don't pay yourself all the profit. That's ludicrous. You want to keep cash in the company, but you pay yourself a percentage of that net profit that comes back to you. Now, most businesses will make 0 to 5%. We talked about this. If they pay themselves a fair market salary, almost none of them are profitable. So you got to pay yourself a fair market salary first, and then you focus on profit. So if you hit 5%, you're okay. I mean, I wouldn't go out and bragging to your friends about how well you've done. Good companies make between 5 and 10%. Great companies make between 10 and 15%, and exceptional companies make more than 15%. I want you to think about something here, just quickly. How important is this profit percent? If I make $1 million a year as a business, that means my company brings in $84,000 a month, right? 10% of that 100 grand, or 10% of that million is 100 grand a month, is basically 100 grand. So if I work for an entire year and I make 10% net profit and I have one bad month, I've got 100 grand I can pull from to pay for my expenses, and I can probably keep myself around and sustainable. I can weather that storm. If I'm only making 5% net profit, that means I'm bringing in $42,000 at the end of the year. If I only bring in $42,000 at the end of the year, how long can I survive? 20 days, 30 days, right? So we want to get you as high as possible. The third way you're going to get paid is when you sell it. We talked about what it takes to evaluate and sell a company. Here's the fourth way you get paid. You learn to leverage the profit of your company to invest in other things. So if you're able to make an extra 15% and you can take 10% of that to go invest it in real estate or invest it in the stock market or invest it in things that can make you more capital, you can grow your success faster. So three ways. One,
or you could grow your company with that investment.
Right, reinvest back in your company.
Yeah, so next year you're doing $2 million and making 10% of that, and then regrow it $3 million, 10% of that.
Which brings up a point when somebody says, I didn't make a profit last year because I reinvested into the company. My question would be, well, how did you reinvest it? Well, I bought nicer trucks and I painted my office. Those aren't reinvestments into your company.
No.
Right? Investments are things that you're intentionally doing to increase market share and revenue. But we get into that way deeper and way more into understandable scenarios in the actual class. But the important thing to remember is no matter what happens, this whole thing begins and ends with profit. If you have a problem with the word profit, you're never going to be successful in business. Profit isn't profiteering. Profiteering is, I'm going to charge you $70 for a bottle of hand sanitizer that's worth $1 because you're desperate and you need it. And that's not talking about that. What we're talking about is fair compensation for the risk that your business runs to be able to provide the service to the marketplace. And profit becomes your primary driver. Remember when I said that people have the scoreboard wrong? They look at revenue. It's the second most important thing. Well, profit's the most important thing. Every decision you make goes back to profit. So here comes the question. If profit's the most important number, how come the vast majority of companies never see more than 5%? Hey guys, Dennis Tackerman here, and thank you for watching. If you like this video, make sure you go to ForzaniClass.com. We've got the entire thing laid out so that way you know how to take your business from startup all the way through to sale if you want to, and the things to look up in between as you're going. Also, if your business right now is in a situation where it's just not giving you the lifestyle that you want, or things just aren't going the way you want to, you need to fix it, ForzaniClass.com is also built to help you out as well. So check out ForzaniClass.com, and we'll see you there.